Greetings, listener. Settle in, breathe gently, and let the world around you soften into quiet. Tonight, we continue our gentle journey through the early chapters of Eren Yeager's story. A story still rooted in childhood, in training, in hope, and in the fragile beginnings of who he will one day become. This is the next 3 episodes, told softly. Let's drift into it together. 2 years have passed since the fall of Shiganshina. Eren, Mikasa and Armin now stand among a new group of recruits in the 104th Cadet Corps. The training grounds stretch before them, wide fields, wooden structures, and the distant silhouettes of instructors watching closely. The air smells of grass and dust. The wind carries the faint scent of campfire smoke. Eren stands tall, his expression determined, his heart beating with a quiet fire. Mikasa stands beside him, calm and composed, her presence steady as ever. Armin is there too, nervous but resolute, his eyes full of quiet courage. They are no longer children, not entirely, but they are not yet soldiers either. They are something in between, seeds planted in harsh soil, waiting to grow. The recruits gather. The recruits gather around a strange wooden device. 2 tall poles connected by a single harness. This is the vertical maneuvering apparatus test. A test of balance, focus, and trust in one's own body. One by one, the recruits step forward, strapping themselves into the harness and trying to stay upright. Some wobble, some fall, some manage to hold steady. When Eren's turn comes, he steps forward with a mix of determination and nerves. He grips the straps, takes a breath, and lifts his feet off the ground. For a moment, he sways. The world tilts, his stomach tightens, and then he falls. The instructor frowns. The recruits whisper. Eren's heart sinks. He tries again, and again, and again. Each time, he falls. The doubt creeps in slowly, like a cold wind. What if I can't do this? What if I'm not meant to be a soldier? But Eren clenches his fists. He refuses to give up. Not after everything he's lost. Not after everything he's promised. That evening, the camp settles into silence The stars shimmer above the barracks, soft and distant. Eren sits alone on the wooden steps outside, his elbows on his knees, his head bowed. He feels small again, powerless, like the child who watched his home burn. Mikasa approaches quietly, sitting beside him without a word. Her presence is warm, steady, like a blanket wrapped around his heart. Armin joins them too, his voice gentle as he tries to reassure Eren. But doubt is a heavy thing. It settles deep. Eren stares at his hands, wondering if they will ever be strong enough. The next day, the recruits gather again for the balance test. Eren steps forward, his breath steady, his eyes focused. He straps himself in. He lifts his feet, and this time he stays upright, perfectly balanced, perfectly still. The instructor nods, a rare smile tugging at his lips. He explains that Eren's equipment had been faulty the day before. The straps uneven, the weight distributed incorrectly. Eren wasn't failing. He was fighting against broken gear. Relief washes over him like warm sunlight. Mikasa smiles softly. Armin beams with pride. And Eren, for the first time in a long while, feels hope bloom inside him. As the sun sets over the training grounds, the recruits gather for dinner. Laughter fills the air. Voices rise and fall like gentle waves. Eren sits with Mikasa and Armin, a small smile on his face. He feels tired, but in a good way. The kind of tired that comes from effort, from growth, from taking one step closer to the person he wants to become. He looks around the room at the faces of the other recruits, some loud, some quiet, some confident, some uncertain. They are all beginning a journey they cannot yet understand. But for now, they share the same table, the same food, the same dream. And in that moment, Eren feels something gentle settle inside him. A dim light, a spark of purpose, a quiet belief that he can grow stronger, that he will grow stronger. The sun rises over Trost district, painting the rooftops in warm shades of gold. The 104th Cadet Corps stands assembled, their uniforms crisp, their expressions a mix of excitement and quiet fear. Today is the day they will stand on the walls. Today is the day they will face the Titans for the very first time. Eren stands among them, his heart beating steadily, his breath slow and controlled. He has trained for this. He has dreamed of this. He has feared this. But he is ready. Mikasa stands beside him, calm and composed, her presence grounding him like a steady hand on his shoulder. Armin is there too, nervous but determined, his eyes full of quiet courage. The three of them share a moment of silence, a moment of understanding that whatever happens today, they will face it together. The recruits climb the steps to the top of the wall, their boots echoing softly against the stone. From above, the world looks vast. The fields stretch out endlessly, the sky wide and open. For a moment, there is peace. A gentle breeze brushes against their faces. Birds circle lazy overhead. Eren closes his eyes, letting the wind wash over him. He remembers his mother. He remembers Shinganshina. He remembers the promise he made beneath a sky filled with smoke and sorrow. I won't run. I'll fight. I'll protect the people I love. His resolve glows softly inside him, steady and warm. And then a sound splits the quiet, a deep echoing bell ringing through the district. Soldiers shout, birds scatter, the air shifts. Eren's eyes snap open. A shadow falls across the wall. A familiar towering silhouette rises above the stone, steam pouring from its body, muscles exposed, eyes burning like embers. The colossal titan again. Its roar shakes the sky, vibrating through the stone beneath their feet. But this time, Eren does not freeze. He does not tremble. He steps forward. The colossal titan swings its massive arm, striking the wall with explosive force. Steam erupts, debris flies. The world becomes a blur of heat and noise. But Eren moves. He leaps into the air, his training taking over, his heart steady. The wind rushes past him as he fires his grappling hooks, soaring toward the titan's neck. For a moment, he feels weightless, like the boy on the hill who once dreamed of the sky. He draws his blades, he aims for the nape. But the titan releases a burst of scalding steam. Eren is forced back, his vision blurred, his skin burning. And in that moment, the colossal titan vanishes in a cloud of vapor. Gone, as suddenly as it appeared. Eren lands on the wall, breathing hard, his heart pounding. He failed to strike it, but he did not run, and that matters. The soldiers regroup, their voices tense but controlled. The gate has been damaged. Titan will soon enter Trost. The recruits are ordered to descend into the district and defend the citizens. Some tremble, some whisper, some stare at the ground. But Eren steps forward, his voice steady, his eyes bright with resolve. He reminds them that they trained for this, that they are not powerless, that they can fight. His words are not loud, but they carry weight. His words are not loud, but they carry weight. Mikasa listens quietly, her expression unreadable, but her presence unwavering. Armin watches him with a mixture of awe and worry, and together the three of them prepare to descend the wall. The recruits line up along the edge of the wall, their gear secured, their breaths steady. Below them, the streets of Trost stretch out like a maze. Shadows move in the distance. Titans approach. Eren grips his handles, his heart calm, his mind focused. He thinks of his mother. He thinks of his promise. He thinks of the future he wants to build. And then, with a deep breath, he leaps. The wind rushes past him. The world blurs. His heart steadies. This is the beginning, not of victory, not of glory, but of courage, of stepping forward, even when the path is uncertain, of choosing to fight for the people he loves. The battle for Trost has begun. Smoke rises from distant rooftops. The air trembles with the heavy footsteps of Titans, and the once peaceful streets are filled with shouts, orders, and the frantic rhythm of soldiers moving into position. Eren, Mikasa and Armin are separated from the main group, assigned to support the front lines. Their hearts beat quickly, but their breath stays steady. They've trained for this. They've dreamed of this. They've feared this. But now there is no turning back. The three of them move through the narrow streets, their gear clinking softly, their eyes scanning every corner. Eren leads, his expression focused, his resolve burning quietly inside him. Mikasa follows close behind, calm and steady, her presence like a shield wrapped around the others. Armin stays near them, nervous but determined, his mind sharp, even in fear. They pause in a small courtyard, catching their breath. For a moment, the world is still, soft breeze brushes against their faces. Dust drifts lazily in the sunlight, and then the stillness breaks. A titan appears at the end of the street, its shadow stretching along across the cobblestones. Eren's heart leaps, but he doesn't hesitate. He fires his grappling hooks, soaring into the air with practiced precision. Mikasa follows, her movements fluid, almost graceful. Armin stays back, watching their paths, calculating angles, searching for openings. Eren strikes first, a clean, sharp slash across the Titan's neck. It falls. His first real kill. For a moment, he feels a spark of pride, a flicker of hope. But the battle is far from over. More Titans appear, too many, too fast. The recruits scatter, their formation breaking under the sudden pressure. Eren calls out to Armin, but the noise swallows his voice. A Titan lunges toward Armin, its mouth open, its shadow swallowing him whole. Armin freezes. His breath catches. His legs refuse to move. And in that moment, Eren's world narrows to a single point. He fires his hooks, launching himself forward with desperate speed. He reaches Armin just as the Titan's hand closes around him. Eren grabs Armin's arm, pulling with all his strength, but the Titan is stronger. Armin slips from Eren's grasp, falling toward the Titan's mouth. Eren doesn't think. He doesn't hesitate. He pushes Armin out of the way and takes his place. The Titan's jaws close, and the world goes silent. Mikasa turns, just in time to see it. Eren disappearing into the Titan's mouth. Armin falling to the ground, screaming his name. The world around her blurs. The noise fades. The chaos dims. All she sees is Eren. All she hears is the echo of his voice in her memory. The boy who wrapped the scarf around her shoulders. The boy who gave her warmth when her world was cold. The boy who promised she would never be alone again. Her heart clenches. Her breath stops. But she does not break. She does not fall. She does not scream. Instead, something inside her grows quiet, sharp, focused. A single thought fills her mind. I must keep moving forward. Mikasa steps forward, her expression calm, her eyes steady. She lifts her blades, and with a quiet, unshakable resolve, she charges into the fray. Her movements are fluid, precise, almost effortless. Titans fall, one after another, their shadows collapsing at her feet. She does not cry, she does not tremble. She carries Eren's memory like a flame in her chest, a flame that guides her, strengthens her, keeps her standing, even when the world feels unbearably heavy.